Belkan Priority 1 Strategic Airspace B7R, aka the Round Table. It was the grand stage where we pilots performed. We were all on an equal footing, fighting under the same conditions. No affiliations or ranks to hinder us. Aces from every nation crisscrossed through those skies in pursuit of air superiority. The only rule of engagement was to survive.
Hello there, and welcome to the Round Table. My name is Shadylikeatree, and this is Reminiscing with Shady, episode 23, Ace Combat Zero, The Belkan War. And I left that little cinematic intro in because I think it's pretty fucking epic, and I love this game so much. None of you, I think, will ever understand my infatuation with this game. So I apologize if you get a little dizzy from the gameplay. I know that you can, watching a fighter pilot or whatever kind of maneuver around can be a little intimidating if you're not flying it, but I love planes. Before I realized that my eyesight was way too bad to be a fighter pilot. This was back before they had, you know, any sort of laser surgery. When I was a small boy, I wanted to be a fighter pilot. You know, I wanted to be a baseball player, and then I wanted to be, you know, a superhero, and then I wanted to be a fighter pilot. So it kind of sucks I'm on career number 5, but you know, absolutely dominating in the field of battle right here is just so much fun. And I know that a lot of what the Air Force does is not, you know, dogfighting like this. It's you know, it's mostly support missions, you know, aid missions, stuff like that, dropping soldiers off where they need to go, stuff like that. But it's still fun dogfighting, especially in a game where there aren't any consequences. And Ace Combat Zero, the Belkan War, was the first one I played. I was about I'm not really sure how old, but I should probably get to this. I would have been about 16 at the time when this game came out. It was developed by Project Aces, published by Namco Bandai, and it was released April 25th, 2006. This was one of the first games I got on release day. Back in the day, back when games were $50 instead of $60, like they are now. This was one of the ones. It was only released on PlayStation 2, which was the only system I had back in 2006, 2007. I had parts of my PS1, but I did not actually, in fact, have all of the other components needed. So here, basically what I'm doing is I have to take out these hardcore fighter pilot guys. These guys have got planes way better than me, and they're pretty good pilots. As you can see, a double missile misses, and that's super rare. I get 2 double misses in a row, but I think I take a hit here. Maybe I don't, but I do manage to absolutely just fly this. And then immediately following this, you're going to see this particular match, or game, I should say. This is part of the story mode. You're going to see an air-to-ground battle that I do that's, you know, pretty easy, but nonetheless fun. So I played Ace Combat Zero on my TV that's still at my mom's. It's a black TV. Next time I go there, I'm going to have to take a picture of it or video it or something to show you guys. But it's just a little Sony piece of shit from like 10 years ago. I got it actually the same day I got my PlayStation 2. I got Christmas money, and I used that to buy my PlayStation 2 the day after Christmas. And my mom and I set up my TV the day after. So they were a day apart, but it's pretty much the same day. And I'm kind of an interesting dog fighter, to say the least, because I'm one of those where I like to take people head on and fight, you know, nose to nose with people, as opposed to having them on my back and trying to do all of that dancing shenanigans to get them to come in front of me. Which is what you see me doing here, is I'm trying to fight people head on instead of, you know, trying to get this guy off my bum. But anyway, I wanted to be a fighter pilot because in a video that I think I'm gonna do tomorrow or whenever I can get these other gameplays recorded, is about how early on in my I'm a bit of a, I think narcissism might not be the right term, But I remember when I was being evaluated by a psychologist for however many years ago that was. I was told that I had this kind of tendency where I wanted to be sort of the superhero of my own kind of fairy tale story, and that I wanted to save the innocent and get rid of the bad guys and so on and so forth, which is true, I think, of a lot of very young children. But this happened when I was, I guess, old enough to know the difference between this and whatever thing they say I have, which I still have. I still like to be the superhero. I still like to rescue people. I still like people to think that I always act on their behalf, I should say. I always like it when people are like, they have a problem and then I can solve their problem. I like being a problem solver, which is kind of interesting. I must say, I like solving problems that are simple for me to solve. I don't like solving other people's problems that are hard to solve. I have this kind of thing in the newsroom where I often will just smack the printer and it'll work. Like it'll print something, like because our printers are just jacked up stupid. So I'll just smack it and it'll work, and like I will literally assault this printer in front of our advisor, and it will start printing what it's supposed to print. And I'm like, we just need a new printer. We just can't afford it right now. So, oh yeah, mission accomplished. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. But so that's probably why I wanted to be a fighter pilot, because these guys are very glamorized. I don't know if you can be over glamorized, but they're kind of like the rock stars of the military, I think, in a lot of ways. At least almost 8 years ago now, or whenever the hell that was. 4 years. I can't even do math. I can't even do math. I'm so excited. But nonetheless, I wanted to do this after I'd kind of been told and backed out on some other careers and some stuff that I necessarily couldn't do because of my horrible vision. My eyesight's something like, I'm legally blind without my glasses. I can literally see no more than an inch in front of my face without my glasses. My mom pays, well, I'm going to start paying this soon, but my mom pays $100 to have my lenses thinned up to where they're like not like huge, like inch thick sons of bitches. So that's how bad my vision actually is. And I kind of gave up this idea of doing this back before they had that laser corrective surgery. That came out about 2008, I want to say 2009. Still not cheap. I think it's still like $1,000. I may eventually have that, but it's supposedly not really going to help me a whole lot. But I mean, if I can see a little better without my glasses, I'm down. And you can see me here. This is the air-to-ground mission that I had to take place. For those of you that didn't know that, this is what this part is. That's why I switched. I picked it up in the middle level because this gameplay was super long, but I wanted to show an air-to-air battle and an air-to-ground battle. So that's why I did this. And this game is just all around fun. I definitely recommend it to anyone who's trying to get into fighter pilot games, flying simulations. You can actually take off and land in this game, which is kind of nice. I do that sometimes when I just get bored. I just like to take off and just land, take off and just land. It's just something I do. I don't know. It may be stupid. Controls are pretty easy to get a hold of. I do like that about this game. And of course, it came out for PlayStation when I believe it was Ace Combat 6 did not come out for PlayStation. So this was actually the game that I had for 3 years. I was always waiting on the next Ace Combat 0 to come out, or the Ace Combat 7 or whatever, and they all only came out for Xbox until the most recent one, Ace Combat 0. I forget what the name of it is, but I was kind of disappointed by that game because the single player was only like 2 or 3 hours long, 4 hours long, something stupid like that. So I didn't really get the full experience that I wanted. And as you can see here, I'm telling I think it's PJ in this level, might be still Pixie, to go ahead and lay on the attack and use the special weapons if need be. But yeah, so this has been Reminiscing with Shady, episode 23. I have a total mission accomplished. Yeah, what? Chicka, yeah, So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and I will catch you all on the next time, because I'm out for now. Later.